Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Rao's Temple of Learning. This is your YouTube channel, Spiritual Management Course. Today we are discussing the part 2, the concluding part of the small independent discourse, Spiritual Management and External World. That is Adhyatmik Vyavasthapan or Bahya Jagat. Yes, this is Dr. A.P. Rao, Vice President, Telecom Division, High Physics Laboratory India Private Limited, MIDC Ranjangaon, Pune, Maharashtra. So, welcome to the concluding part of the small discourse, Spiritual Management and External World. Summary of the part 1, which we have discussed earlier, is we have seen that science has given us so many terms as virtual, objective, augmented, mixed, experienced, and imagined reality, which we have analyzed in part 1. Every reality is true or false depending on our perception or understanding about the happening. And the question was, what is the hidden or broken link between external and internal world or science and spirituality? We have concluded in part 1 that this external world is really present, but its presence is identical to the presence of wave in the sea. It is to be noted that meaning of external world is different for each one of us depending upon our perception about the world. And now, concluding part 2. To understand spiritual management and external world, we need to observe the drama of spirit in the form of 5 body states. We need to differentiate among 5 body states to understand the meaning of why spiritual management says that external world is an illusion. These 5 states are the state of unsleep, the state of dream, the state of unconsciousness, the state of awakeness, and epistemic privacy. This we are going to discuss in this part. The state of unsleep, when we are not sleeping. When we finish our sleep and got up in every morning is this state. That is the state of unsleep where we observe the external world physically. This simply means that one is not physically sleeping. Remember that we are discussing these 5 states or body states in order to learn spiritual management and external world. Then comes to the state of dream. This is a state in sleep where external world is not there physically, and we observe pictures with moments which are the imaginary happenings in our thoughts. They appear to be correct and true at that moment and then diminished after some time when we are in unsleep state and we realize that it was a dream, not the physical happening. Then comes the state of unconsciousness. This is a state between dream and unsleep. In Sanskrit, we call it Swapnavastha or Jagrat Avastha. Here, neither we recognize outside nor inside. One is alive but in a dark. Believe that we can understand Adhyatmic Vyavasthapan or Bahya Sansar only after knowing these five body states. And the next is state of awakened mind. This is a state where material body is in work and our soul is observing our body. The moment in which we stop looking towards the future or past and do not experience the presence through an ego filter is the vacant state of mind. And finally, we speak about the state of epistemic privacy. ज्ञानीय एक गोचरता. This is the state in which one is awakened in a way where there is no darkness inside or outside. This is also the state where the ancient saints observed Aham Brahmasmi means I am the God, that is, मैं ब्रह्म हूँ. The spiritual management suggests that there is a need to understand these five states of the body. If the above five states are analyzed and understood properly, we shall come to know that the physical world is illusion because it is not a permanent state of affair since changing continuously. Something which is permanently present even in our own absence and continues to remain without change is spirituality or spiritual world or external consciousness only. If the physical world is an ornament of gold, the spiritual world is gold itself. To elaborate it, I identify gold. I make earrings, tops, and chains, etc., out of this gold. Irrespective of gold, size, or shape, the gold is basically the gold only. This is similar to when the essence manifests as existence, does not lose its essentiality. So, when we remain calm, the external world appears as illusion, that is, it disappears and only space with full of unchanged energy is left out. And this happens because the material cause and efficient cause both are not present now. This is said to be the ultimate knowledge in spiritual terms when we understand skin structure and energy. and one become aware of the knowledge that external world is an illusion. This knowledge of spiritual management is beyond the concept of monism and dualism of the external world. In Sanskrit, we call it Advaitvad or Dvaitvad. Dualism says that mind and body are distinct and are not identical entities, while monism says mind and body are manifestations of a single substance. So, as a concluding remark, we may say that which is not really present shows the sense of presence, that is untruth, mithya, ya asatya, and which is really present, its presence is not felt and remains unidentified, is truth, satya, ya yatharth. What is ever changing all the time is nature, a basic cosmic material which is the root of all beings. Whatever never changes is spirit, the cosmic being or self. This seems to be the final reality in order to understand spiritual management approach. In conclusion, it may be said that this knowledge of spiritual management, which is beyond the concept of monism and dualism of external world, explains us that in what sense we call external world as a illusion. So thank you very much for listening this discourse. And as usual, I finish this discourse with a shloka from Veda. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Means it appears you can take as much as you want from the nature and still you will be left with as much. Thank you very much.